of the toxins, increase the energy, decrease the pain.
Hey, I'm Trav. Back in 2010, I got hit hard with chronic fatigue syndrome, only 6 months after starting my new personal training business. I've spent the last 8 years researching and experimenting with my body to help get back to my best and beyond. I'm now sharing my story and my strategies with you so you can get back to living the life you love.
Hey, Trav here, holistic health and lifestyle coach, helping you make your comeback. Now today I am talking about ways you can clean out a toxic liver and just to help it work better. Now this is really important because toxicity in the body just slows everything down. It drains your energy and actually it can also make you fat. See, when the body gets too many toxins and the liver can't keep up with it, it just goes, you know what, I can't deal with this, I've got to get it away from the organs. I'm going to hold on to more body fat and I'm just going to push it out there so it's away from that. So if you've found that you're gaining weight while you've been sick, maybe the toxins are just building up in your system and this could be paramount for you. Now, why do you want to get toxins out? Toxins, get rid of the toxins, increase the energy, decrease the pain. Alright? It might take a while, but it's absolutely worth it and an absolutely vital step in part of your recovery. So here are 8 ways that you can start to clean out your liver and get some of those toxins away and get you feeling better. So number 1, green juice. So green juices have been the rage, juice fasts have been the rage at different times. These things all work and they can make a big difference. So I know that on some of my bad days, I've been able to have a green juice and feel maybe 10%, 20% better just from that. Drinking a litre of green juice all of a sudden flushes so much of the toxins out of my system and lift me up to feeling a whole lot better. Now this may not have had such an impact 5-6 years ago when my body was really toxic, but it certainly has a big impact now, and it could be something that is a really easy way to get some good nutrition into your system and start to get that process going. Regardless of where you are, if you're further down in your recovery where you've been working on yourself for a few years and you feel like you're making some progress, or even if you're just starting out, this is a great habit for you to implement because it just does such a good job of drawing the toxins out of the body. Okay? Now green juices, you can make them yourself or you can buy them from the shops. It is completely dependent on how much time and money you have as to which way you go with this. Now the ones you make yourself are probably going to be better and far more highly concentrated, and that's great, but you know what, if time is too short for you, like if you have a family and you still have to work and maybe you don't have any energy to even go and do the juicing and the shopping, I know what that's like, so maybe buying it is a better way for you to go, okay? I've found the prices are fairly comparable based on time and energy and that sort of thing, but it's completely up to you which way you go with it. Now green, remember it is green, you are looking to try and get the green juice from green vegetables, okay? There's some green fruits that might be beneficial to put into those green juices, but generally it's not so much the fruits that are going to get in there, it is the greens from like spinach and kale. They tend to be in a lot of green juice recipes. Celery is another good one, and cucumber, absolutely, it's generally one of the bigger ones that goes in there. So have a look online, there's a bunch of different recipes around, and just concentrate on getting more of that green stuff when you're making the green juice and not just loading them full of fruits that are going to sweeten them up and make them taste really nice. Now there's nothing wrong with them tasting really nice. You don't want it to have it taste so bad that you're not going to drink it, but making sure you've got all the right things in there so you're really getting the most out of it. Now, another great one, number 2, we go into green vegetables, alright? You don't have the time to make juices or whatever, just make sure you're getting enough green veggies in your diet. So, especially the cruciferous stuff, so your leafy greens, your spinach, kale, silver beet, that sort of thing, fantastic. Going into broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, all that sort of stuff is going to make a huge difference to going into your system and drawing those toxins out, helping the liver out, making it work a whole lot better. The more toxins you can get out, the better it is. So the Australian government likes 2 fruit and 5 veg a day. 5 vegetables is a great start. But hey, you can do more. There's nothing wrong with you doing more. If you're making juices or soups, you can actually get a whole lot more vegetables in there, more servings in the day, and that's cool too. Alright, now veggies might be something that are really difficult for you to eat, or you don't like them, or your body reacts really badly to them. Well, greens powder is another one that you can use. So there's lots of different greens powders around the place. I can't even remember the name of the one that I use, but it is an organic one that I buy from iHerb, and I've found that it is really, really good. The taste, I'm going to say the taste isn't so strong, but I think the actual thing is I'm so used to using these green powders and this green stuff that my taste buds have adapted to it. I don't really respond to the sweet stuff anymore, so this stuff that tastes very earthy doesn't taste gross to me. Some people just like mix it in with some water, drink it. Oh, that's the worst thing I could ever imagine. But you know what? You can mix it in with some juice. I like to put it in with smoothies. I think that's a really good way to sort of hide the flavour, if it is a strong one especially. But greens powder, yeah, it's a really easy way to do it. Vital Greens is a mix of different ones. The one that I use is also a mix of different ones with some sea vegetables and some different stuff in there as well. But spirulina is one that is commonly used. Wheatgrass is another one. Like, there's lots of different ones out there. So you can try different things. You can try different brands. You might just get whatever's available at your local health food store, or even the supermarket, because they sometimes carry them too. But it's just a matter of finding something and getting started with that. You see how your body responds to that. If it works well, great. If it doesn't work so well, try something different. Okay? Now there's no absolutely having to do all of these things, but they'll help. Let's go to number 4. Binders. Now by binders I mean something that you consume that binds to the toxin and drags it out of your body. So stuff like activated charcoal, which is really popular, is one of these binders. There's other substances like zeolite, bentonite clay, bunch of different things like that which will go into your system. So generally they're like in a powder form. You might mix with water or whatever. You would drink them and they go through your system and just sort of pick up any of the nasty stuff along the way, and then they're flushed out and eliminated by the body. So that is something you want to do on a regular basis. A word of warning, just make sure you take them away from supplements and medication, because they will recognise them, or they can recognise them, as possible toxins as well, and may want to pull them out. So an hour and a half to 2 hours seems to be the window that's kind of ideal for this. So let's say that you have breakfast at 8 o'clock. Maybe by 10 o'clock you have one of these binders, and then you have lunch at 12 o'clock. That might work for you. Maybe you've got a bigger break in the afternoon. It really depends on which way you're going to do it. But look, they are a vital part of your recovery. This is one that I would not skip out on, and something that I would use, potentially rotating through them, not always just using the charcoal, but using some of the clays or different things like that, just so your body is getting multiple sources of binder, because they'll all do slightly different things or find slightly different ways, react slightly differently with the body too. You may find that one works better with another. That's fine. And some people just don't like the black tongue and stuff around your mouth, black teeth from having the activated charcoal. Fair enough. Whatever you need. Okay, number 5. And this is very, very important. This is talking about sealing a leaky gut. I have spoken about this before, but sealing a leaky gut is important because you want to stop toxins from inside your system from increasing. So if you are already eating food that's leaking into your system and creating a toxic environment, you're now contributing to that. If you can seal that leaky gut, you're no longer putting toxins in, which means your body's going to be able to work through moving them out quicker. Now, along with the sealing of a leaky gut, maybe removal or decreasing the overgrowth of parasites or candida that can be common with a lot of people. So that's something to look at as well, because the parasites, the candida, they actually release more toxins into the system as well. So if you're getting more toxins from these baddies, then that's going in there as well. So sealing up the leaky gut and trying to keep these little baddies at bay, reducing their numbers. You don't necessarily have to get rid of them. They are symbiotic organisms, which means that they help us and we help them. Okay? They live within us to help clean up some of the bad stuff in there, but if they overgrow, they can get out of control, and that's where the bad stuff happens. Okay? Moving on, liver support formulas. Now this could be a drink, or it could be powder, it could be capsules, tablets, whatever. But these liver support formulas, they are often a bunch of different supplements that will help to clean the liver out. Now you could get one that is just like, say, milk thistle, and that's a great supplement and it'll do a good job. But you might get a formula with a whole bunch of different things. It might have milk thistle and this and this and this, and that's cool too. Other supplements along those same sort of lines, NAC, glutathione, work very similarly in helping to clean things out, remove some of that toxicity, drop it all the way down. So supplementation with some sort of liver support is really a good idea too. I recommend speaking to your naturopath about this one rather than just choosing whatever is there. But at the same time, having something in your system is probably going to be better than nothing. If you do go down this path though, you start at a low dose and you work your way through, because you've got to see how your body reacts. Your body is going to be different to my body, and they are going to react in a different way. Maybe something that works for you doesn't work for me, and vice versa. Maybe it works for both of us, maybe it works for neither of us. But just consult with a professional. That really is the best way to do it. Okay, number 7. I'm going to talk about something that some people think is disgusting, but I absolutely swear by, and that is coffee enemas. Now, an enema itself is not a glamorous thing, but it is something that has been around for many, many years. I know it goes back at least as far as ancient Egyptian times, and it just means putting a solution into your body to flush out your colon, and it does a few other tricks along the way. So by using the coffee helps to stimulate a gallbladder flush, which is just flushing out some of the excess bile from the liver, getting rid of that into the colon, and then you can get that out of the system. Now, that is just taking a large load off the body and allowing the liver to be able to go, all right, cool, yep, got some more room, I'm ready to go again. Now, a lot of people are really resistant to this. I know the first time that I tried it, I was really intimidated and I didn't want to do it. I was kind of freaked out, and you know what? It probably took a few weeks, maybe even months, to get used to, all right, this is what I'm doing, and I'm not dreading doing it. To a point where I would do it every day for a long time. And again, this is another one of those things that I know that if I can feel I've got a nasty headache coming on, or I've had a migraine for a while, I can do this and definitely feel 10, 20, 30, 40% better. Like a noticeable improvement, because it's just gotten rid of so much that the liver is working better now, and all of a sudden I feel so much better. Okay? So it is something worth looking into. Another thing that is worth looking into is number 8, and this is castor oil packs. So with a castor oil pack, the basics of it are using castor oil and using some fabric sitting over your liver, and it helps to draw toxins through the fabric, through the skin into the fabric, and pull the toxins out that way. Now, I have not quite done this one. I have the castor oil in my cupboard. I have just not gotten around to it yet, but it is something that I do wish to try. This is well documented as a great remedy for other people to, or for people to use, and this is something that you can look into as well. Now, I've given you 8 different things here today. It doesn't mean you have to do all of them, but you might want to, because some of these things are time dependent, some of them are not, some of them will work for you, and some of them will not fit within your lifestyle, and that is perfectly fine. But if you can do some of these things over the next few days, you'll probably notice a difference even within a few days. Okay? It may not be a huge difference, but it might just be a little bit of a difference. It might be as much as, oh, I can actually think a little bit more clearly today. Oh, my joints aren't hurting quite so much today. Oh, I've got just that little bit extra energy today. So even just implementing one thing to help give your liver a little bit of a fighting chance at working better will make a huge difference over the course of at least months, years, as you keep building on these good habits, these healthy habits that help to support your health and energy. Remember, removal of toxins is vital to allowing the body to just work properly, not weigh itself down with foreign particles. You get rid of more of these toxins, your energy increases, your pain decreases, and you're going to feel better. And that's what this is all about. if you like this and you want more tips like this, you can grab your free cheat sheet from conquerchronicfatigue.com. The link is in the description. You will get answers to the most common questions that I have been asked on how to recover from chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. Now, this took me years to put together. Tons of research, over $150,000 spent in my own recovery and research courses, all sorts of things to find the answers to these questions. I'm going to give them to you for free because I want to help you get back to your best. So, go make your comeback and we'll talk again soon.